Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 80. It's our time. It's our time. Snickers, 56. Double bump. Do that thing. Orbit. 36. Check, 93 is the mic, 93 is the mic. Rip right. Middle. I need one over here. Black,
on first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check 26, check 26. 44. These two. 552. You can't block me. Hey, exit.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 52 at the mic. Hey, Charlie. Hey. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Hey, that's good.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Like 80. Quarter. No foul. New mic 52. Mic 52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Flare. Let's face it.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Tighten up. Pull together. Show it in.
Topper.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Get.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Ready.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
Like 5. Take 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 99.
44. Hey, echo.
Check 43. Patch it.
Block right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. were the best backs that made it happen. They put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Alert! Middle.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
What's tight?
80 weapons.
You got three down. Hey, check.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Protect yourself, baby.
Incomplete from the contact. It's now 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, 2.
Mike 51. Here we go, D. Hey,
Take 2 of them.
me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Watch twist.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Complete to Washington. 1 yard is a gain there. It'll bring up second down.
Alert. Check 25.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Ready, set. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Mixon with a first down carry. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On the ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, D.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got Green. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Set, ready, 70, Indy. Coming up to you. I'm coming. 5, 2.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
59, what's up? Let go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A give running right is Chubb. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alpha. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 93. These two.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Washington. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Single receiver.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, Wahoo! Quarter.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He finds his tight end, Gentry. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
230. 52 the mic.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
My dad! 180!
Roethlisberger keeps it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let him know. Take both of them. Check 4. Kill.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Easy. 7-7. Hey! High 7.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 50. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Mike's 50. Mike's... Hey, Delta. Coming to you.
Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, defense.
Operating from the gun. Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Got his man. It's Eifert. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. 50's the mic.
Back to throw. Herbert. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, watch the leg.
Mike's 54. Mike's 57.
To throw again. Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On first down, Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Hey, exit. Squeeze, double. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Roethlisberger now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Big 6'6".
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Like 5. Watch the curve. Jack. No foul.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. They'll run with Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chop it. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Second and 10. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Rush in. Rush in. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I don't think you got it, son.
Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo. Rock twist, rock twist, rock twist. Twist, twist. Ready.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Green brings it in. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. On the ground, it's Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Five. Watch Mike. Double.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught at the 25. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 55 yards. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. Too low, Focus.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. 55 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, Herbert. He finds his running back, Mixon. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun. Herbert finding Green complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Herbert complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He's got his man, Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo!
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I'm coming for you, son.
Now.
Back to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah in the final minute, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
50 small. 52. 65. 65. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Steelers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.